NFA-MW, Varsity man up, it's game time, everybody stand up. From my town to yours, we ready for sure. From the field to the court, yeah, we ready for war. This is 845, Varsity man up, it's game time, everybody stand up. From my town to yours, we ready for sure. From the field to the court, yeah, we ready for war. I said it's game time, so it's time to score.
Hello everyone, this is Justin Rodriguez with this week's Varsity 845 football show. Are you ready to go? I sure am. Let's just say this edition has some Newburgh Free Academy flavor. We are going to take a look back at NFA's historic win over Monroe Woodbury last Friday. The Goldbacks ended the Crusaders' 63-game win streak against Section 9 opponents that dated back to the 2004 season. We also head to Warwick to talk to quarterback John Garcia, who is closing in on breaking the Section 9 record for passing yards in a season. We will also take a look at NFA's big game against Kingston this week. We start off with a look back at the Streak Buster. The Goldbacks were the last local team to beat Monroe Woodbury 35-0 in the 2003 Class AA championship game. Since then, the Crusaders had put up 10 wins in a row against Newburgh by a combined score of 320-118. But on this night, on a muddy, torn-up field, NFA ended the streak on a 15-yard run up the gut by Malcolm with 5:41 left. It culminated a gutty 12-play drive that ate 10 minutes and 11 seconds off the clock, basically an entire quarter. NFA stopped Monroe Woodbury on its next drive and ran out the clock. You know what comes next. Newburgh. And ecstatic, overwhelmed Mike Sarasano talked about one of the biggest wins in Newburgh history.
Monroe has always been just winning, and finally, our team, I don't know. I'm speechless. I don't even know. I just can't believe it just happened. I don't know. I'm just excited and happy. I'm all emotions right now. I'm just ecstatic that we won finally. 8 years. I don't know. 8 years. It's a beautiful thing.
On the other side of the mud trap was Monroe Woodbury. Quarterback Ryan Spellman talked about the Crusaders' first loss since most of these players were in grade school.
Congrats to Newburgh, and we just got to have another good week of practice, and there's nothing you can do at this point. But we still got a couple more games to play. So
after Spellman, Monroe Woodbury coach Pat DeLiso also weighed in on the loss.
First of all, I'm never concerned about it. I mean, to me, it's become a media issue and sensation. What happened in the past happened in the past. If it's a good thing, it says something about our program. We accomplished something that many teams and social sections don't go. But my focus is never on that. My focus is on this game, making sure we get into the sections, and we didn't win the game, so now I'm concerned whether we're going to get there or not. It depends on the Kingston-Newburgh game.
Now it's time to meet Warwick quarterback John Garcia. I'd take this guy over Tony Romo in a second. Garcia, a senior, leads Section 9 with 2,046 passing yards and 19 touchdowns. He needs 435 yards to break the Section 9 record of 2,481 set by Cornwall's Kevin Arduino in 2008.
It's an awesome feeling. It's a nice goal. I mean, preseason we started goals. We had team goals and individual goals. Mine were keeping interceptions down and doing better than I did last year in passing. I did that, so it's a cool feeling.
With Warwick clinching a berth in the Section 9 Class AA semifinals, Garcia has at least 2 games to try to break the record. Since Garcia opened the season with a flurry, teams have been putting more pressure on him and playing more man coverage. It doesn't matter. Garcia's still on. To go along with his 19 touchdowns, he has just 4 interceptions. One player who's made out on Garcia's efficiency is his younger brother Brad. They have connected for 6 touchdowns. Brad talked about the difference in his brother this year and last year. John already has more than 900 passing yards than last season and 6 more touchdowns.
John's been working hard in the offseason, getting in the weight room. He's been working in the backyard and on the fields with all the receivers we got. He spreads it around well. He throws a good ball. Probably throws the best ball in the section. And his confidence is a lot better than it was last year. You can just see him sitting in the pocket, how much better he is. And he's obviously the best throwing quarterback in the section.
John and Brad hope to connect again in the end zone this week when they take on Washingtonville. The winner takes home the Class AA Division II regular season crown. I'll take Warwick by 10 points, and I say Garcia throws for 250 yards and 2 touchdowns against a talented Washingtonville secondary. Now for our game of the week. The run of instant classics began 2 weeks ago when Monroe-Woodbury escaped Kingston with a 28-27 win. Then came the Goldbacks' win over the Crusaders last week. This game could top both of them. After all, it's Kingston versus Newburgh. The teams are rivals, and the series is tied all-time 50-50 with 5 ties. The winner takes home the Class AA Division I crown. NFA is in the playoffs, win or lose, but if Kingston loses, they're out. And if Kingston wins, Monroe-Woodbury, the 7-time defending Class AA championship, watches the playoffs from home. I think Kingston is playing its best ball of the season. I think the Tigers can very well beat Newburgh, but I still like the way Newburgh controls the line of scrimmage. They're playing some NFC North football right there. That's why I'm going to take the Goldbacks 23-17. In another key game, take surging Marlboro over New Paltz in a rematch of last year's Section 9 Class B championship game. New Paltz beat Marlboro last year after Marlboro took the regular season game. Well, that's all for this week. Thank you for joining me. This is Justin Rodriguez signing off for the Varsity 845 football show.
It's game time, everybody stand up. From my town to yours, we ready for sure. From the field to the court, yeah, we ready for war. This is 845, Varsity man up. It's game time, everybody stand up. From my town to yours, we ready for sure. From the field to the court, yeah, we ready for war.
I said it's game time, so it's time to